Hey there, it's Mandy from LPN. Today I wanted to show you how easy it is to make pizza dough. So ridiculously easy, my kids make it. It's so easy, there's only flour, yeast, sugar, oil, water. So easy, you don't need any special equipment. I've got a spoon, I've got a cup, I've got a bowl, I've got a tea towel. That's it. So easy, it probably only takes about 5 minutes to actually make it and about 40 minutes for it to rise and ferment. So easy. So come on, let's see how you can make pizza dough at your house. Alright chickens, here we go. What we first have is a cup of water, which is just kind of warm. So what I do is I get one of these dry yeast packs, open it up, trustily with my teeth, put in about 2 teaspoons. Nothing's really exact here, it's more about the touch. A pinch of sugar, just to get that yeast going. Yeast loves sugar, and that's what it uses it to ferment. It needs that sucrose, that's in table sugar. And I leave it. You can see that swirling around. I don't do it too crazy, otherwise it will damage the yeast. And I'm just going to leave that there for it to start to ferment. I'll show you when it's ready. I've got 2 cups of flour. This is just general plain flour. You can use other flours as well, but obviously when you use other flours it's going to have different properties, especially with its protein and its absorption, so you may need more or less water. I have 2 cups of flour, I've got 1 cup of water, and I've got some leftover flour here to help with some, make sure it's not too sticky. So we've done that. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of oil, so exact. And then I'm just going to wait a few moments for my yeast here to start fermenting and with bubbles, so give it a sec. Alright, it's been a good probably about 2 minutes. I don't know if you can see that, but if you look on the side, there's a real layer starting to form. So the yeast is consuming the sugars from the sucrose, from the table sugar, and expelling out a gas and making bubbles there. So I'm just going to pop that into the flour and the oil. Pop it in, put that back. I'm just going to slowly bring it together. That's quite wet to touch. Can you see? Bring that together. I'm going to need a bit more flour there, it's really wet. You must also realise that with baking it's really dependent on the weather as well. That's really going to affect your functionality of the dough and the flour. So sometimes you may need more and sometimes you may need less flour. Alright, bring that all together loosely. It's all over my bloody fingers. That's all good, it's all a bit fun, a bit messy. That's just the way I like it. Put some flour there. And then I'm just going to bring it together even more. And I'm just going to have a bit of a knead. This is kneading. And I'm just trying to get it all together. And I knead it for a couple of minutes. Make sure it doesn't stick. Just have a play. Often if you did this in a machine, you'd put it on for a couple of minutes. For me, this is more just about having some fun, making it yourself, getting the kids in there and having a conversation, yeah? It's not about how long and if it's a traditional pizza dough, just all a bit of fun. That's feeling good. Not too sticky, well it's not sticky, and it's quite elastic. So I make it into a lovely little bowl. I try to clean this bowl a little bit. Flour and its bits and bobs licking my fingers. I would wash them, but because we're on one shot here, put about another tablespoon or so into the base of the bowl. Put my lovely fingers in there again, get them some more dirty, and put some oil on top so it doesn't stick too much to the sides. Pop it in there. And put it on a wet tea towel. That's to create a nice humid environment so it doesn't dry out. And I'm going to place that in a non-drafty area. Again, If you had a prover of around 37 degrees, that would be great, but obviously I don't have that in a home kitchen. So I'm just going to pop it somewhere where there's no draft and just watch for it to expand to hopefully about double the size. And I'll show you then. So there we are. That's a good almost hour because I had to do school pickup. So then I pick that up and you can see it all comes back down again. I'm going to divide that into two. So this makes roughly 2 pizzas, yeah? And I'm going to just put it back into a bowl. I'm going to put it into one of these Ziploc bags, which you can either put into the freezer to use for another time. I'm just putting it in the fridge to use later on tonight. There we are. Beauty. Get making, guys. Make some homemade pizza at home. It's just too easy. See ya.